Assalamu alaikum dear students, hope you all are fine. I am Razia Tabasum from BHSS UNISOO. Today our topic is diversity of life. Diversity of life means variety of living forms. We have to study these life forms that are present on earth, or we cannot study them one by one. To study them in a systematic manner, first you will see in this diagram diversity of life forms, different varieties of life that are present on the earth. So there is a need to study them in a systematic manner. There comes the concept of systematic. It is a study of diversification of living forms, both past and present, and the relationship among living things through time. Or we can say systematic is the study and classification of living things, that is, in other words, grouping organisms based on set of rules. Then there comes the need of systematic. It is to detect, describe and explain biological diversity in terms of relationship among organisms. And then there comes the kinds of systematic. There are two kinds of systematics. One is taxonomic and second one is phylogenetic. Taxonomic system of classification. Taxonomic classification group living things together based on shared traits, usually what they look like. For example, animals that lay eggs are put in one group, and then animals that give young ones are put in another group. Then there comes phylogenetic. In phylogenetic classification, organisms are classified on the basis of evolutionary relationships with one another. It's represented by a phylogenetic tree that show how species are related to each other through common ancestors. You will see this in a diagram. And then there comes the concept of clade. It's a group of organisms that includes an ancestor and all its descendants. Clades are based on cladistics. This is a method of comparing traits and related species to determine ancestor-descendant relationships. Clades are represented by cladogram that I have shown already you in this diagram. Then there comes the types of classification. Number first is artificial classification, and number second it is natural classification, and number third it is phylogenetic classification. Now first we will see that is artificial classification. It uses single or at most only a few characteristics to group plants, that is, all the plants in a single group share the common characteristics, but they are not closely related to one another genetically. Then there comes natural classification. It groups together plants with same characteristics. All members of a particular group would have shared a common ancestor. The disadvantage of natural classification is that they are highly mutable and tend to change as new information is discovered. Then there comes phylogenetic classification. These are natural classification that try to identify the evolutionary history of natural groups. It's mostly dependent on genetics. Thank you dear students. We will continue this topic in our next lecture. Till then, stay home, stay safe.